Ready? All right, Victor, so we are going to read a very small excerpt from a very famous letter. It's called the Letter from Birmingham Jail, and it's by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who I'm fairly certain we're all pretty familiar with, right? All right, so you're going to go ahead and read it to yourselves first. Do whatever you want to the text. Annotate it as you will. Just try to figure out as much as you can about that text. All right, we're going to come back together in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to read it out loud. You may begin. Together now from the top. Follow along as I read, please. 16th of April, 1963. My dear fellow clergymen, while confined here in the Birmingham City Jail, I came across your recent statement calling my present activities unwise and untimely. Seldom do I pause to answer criticism of my work and ideas. If I sought to answer all the criticisms that crossed my desk, my secretaries would have little time for anything other than such correspondence in the course of the day, and I would have no time for constructive work. But since I feel that you are men of genuine goodwill, and that your criticisms are sincerely set forth, I want to try to answer your statement in what I hope will be patient and reasonable terms. I think I should indicate why I am here. Just as the prophets of the 8th century BC left their villages and carried gospel of Jesus Christ far beyond the boundaries of their hometowns, to the far corners of the Greco-Roman world, so am I compelled to carry the gospel of freedom beyond my own hometown. Like Paul, I must constantly respond to the Macedonian call for aid. Moreover, I am cognizant of the interrelatedness of all communities and states. I cannot sit idly by in Atlanta and not be concerned about what happens in Birmingham. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Never again can we afford to live with the narrow, provincial, outside agitator idea. Anyone who lives inside the United States can never be considered an outsider anywhere within its bounds. Now go ahead and turn the page. You have two questions. Now 2 questions doesn't seem like much, but they really force you to dig deep into this article, into this text, I should say. The first question is, based on the first paragraph, what can you tell about the letter that King received? The one he received, not the one he's written, right? So go ahead and answer that question. Afterwards, go to the next question. What 3 reasons does King provide for why he came to Birmingham? And what evidence does he provide to support each reason? Go ahead and get started, and we're going to circle back in a few minutes. Let's have a chat. The first question was, based on the first paragraph, what can you tell about the letter that King received? Okay, so the question asks us to go into the first paragraph. Let's have a little chat about that. What can you tell about the letter that King received? And make sure when you respond, you're telling me what evidence is pointing you in that direction. Let's start with Daisha. Go ahead.
This was that the letter criticized his work.
Excellent. How do you know that?
So for the seldom do I pause to answer criticism of my work and my dealings.
Excellent. So this letter criticized MLK's work. What else do we know about this letter? Noel,
That it shows that it's a threat to the student.
how can you tell? A little bit louder.
Because it says, I came across your recent statement on like recent activities on wise.
Okay. So what did you call that?
I said it was a threat.
So this feels like it's somehow threatening to Martin Luther King. And this word choice here, unwise and untimely. Can I ask you a question? Why do you think you put those in quotation marks? What was he doing when he did that? Yes, Noel, go ahead again.
To show that it came from that letter.
Good. So that came from the letter. Excellent job. What else are you seeing about this letter? Yes, ma'am.
I think because of the quotation, the criticism wasn't positive, it was negative.
Good. So, like we talked about it being threatening, it was criticizing his work, and you're saying it's not constructive necessarily, that it was negative feedback. So let me ask you a follow-up question. Why did he decide to respond to them? If it's not positive, why did he respond to this letter? And why?
Because he says in the text, but since I feel that your men are genuine, good will, and that your criticisms are sincerely set forth.
Great. You did a great job of finding the evidence. What does that mean to be men of genuine goodwill?
That like their purpose is like good.
Believes their purpose is good. Okay. What do you think it means? Your criticisms are sincerely set forth. LJ, what do you think that means?
It says they're sincerely set forth. Also means like kind of means they're like straightforward with what they're trying to say.
Excellent. Is it common for Dr. Martin Luther King to respond to all of these letters? Adele?
No, because he says that if I stopped to answer all the criticisms that crossed my desk, my secretaries would have little time for anything other than such correspondence in the course of the day, and I would have no time for constructive work against this. But since that means he only responded most likely to that letter.
Good. He doesn't usually respond to letters or to criticisms. But there was something special about this one. Now, what is he doing in the next 3 paragraphs? Once he said, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to anyway, what is his next task in these next 3 paragraphs? Jennifer.
He's explaining why he's in Virginia.
In Birmingham. Excellent. This is to explain why he's in Birmingham. Why do you think he decided to do that next? Adele?
One proof that proves that he mentioned that the simply that the affiliated. It says that several months ago the affiliate here in Birmingham asked us to be on call to engage in a nonviolent direct action program.
Good. Which paragraph is that from?
Second.
Second paragraph. Several months ago, the affiliate here.
So he was like invited to it.
Excellent. He was saying he was invited. Can I ask you a question? What do you think affiliate might mean? This is the affiliate here in Birmingham asked us. What do you think, Noel? Excellent. Now let me ask you this, is it a different organization or is it somehow related to his organization?
I think it's similar to his organization.
Good. It's a similar organization. What organization does he say he belongs to in this paragraph? What?
Alabama Christian Movement for Human Rights.
Okay, now you're saying he belongs to that one? Let's reread from the top of that paragraph. It says, I think I should indicate why I'm here. I have the honor of serving as, what is his organization?
He's the president of the Southern Christian Church Leadership.
Good, so what relationship does the Southern Christian Leadership Conference have with this one, Alabama Christian Movement for Human Rights? What's their relationship? Go ahead and reread for that. Yes, Jennifer.
They're Christian.
Okay, so one thing is that we know that they're Christian. What is this relationship here? It says, an organization operating in every southern state, with headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. We have some 85 affiliated organizations across the South. What do you think that means? Can you think of it another way to use the word affiliated, maybe using a word like KIP? What would be a KIP affiliate, do you think? Yeah.
They're under the same kind of program.
I can hear you, honey.
They're under the same kind of program.
Exactly right. It's the same program. Fantastic. So he's saying, I was invited here by another program that's the same. What's his second reason for coming down to Birmingham? Dashley.
I am here because I have organizational ties.
Good. So he has organizational ties. Let me ask you a question, Dashley. Is that a new reason or is that the same reason? How can you tell if this is the same reason?
Because it says organizational ties, and he was invited by the other.
Exactly, organizational ties, because invited by that group. You're exactly right. So let me ask you. You guys are all good writers, so you know that he probably organized it by paragraph, right? This next paragraph is probably going to be about what? The same reason or a new reason? Okay, so what is the second reason that he's down here according to this second paragraph, LJ?
Because he's black.
Where's your spot?
It says, more basically, I'm in Birmingham because injustice is here.
Let me stop you right there. Don't read into it too much. You gotta stick with what the text says. Does he say because I'm black, I'm down here?
No.
No. What does he say is the reason why he's down here?
It's injustice is here.
Exactly right. What does he mean when he says injustice is here? What's he referring to? What?
Segregation.
Okay, fantastic. So he's talking specifically about segregation. Now, can somebody remind me of what